PWCC is a great way to sell your sports cards. If you're looking for a way to support the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel, consider using the promo code Cajun, all caps, CAJUN, when you're selling your cards on the PWCC marketplace. Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana with mail day number 135. And today's fascinating mail day. We're going to look at a lot of these 9 Michael Jordan cards, 10s, 9s, and a couple of 8s, believe it or not. A couple of placeholder 8s, a couple of hard to achieve 9s and 10s, to be honest with you, is what it is. But let's get into it. There's a lot of research and a lot I want to talk about each one of these cards. So more than the average mail day as far as what the cards are, what they mean, and what they're worth, and all kinds of stuff like that. So let's get cranking here. Let me switch you over to screen share. As always, my cards are sitting in my PWCC Vault in Tigard, Oregon. And here's the 9 cards. Let's just start the slideshow. Card number 1 is going to be a tough one. I am thrilled. I had just recently bought a PSA 9 placeholder for this card. And then the 10 became available, and I pounced because I know how rare PSA 10s of this card are. And I'm talking about the Jason Caffey. No, I'm just kidding. It's Caffey on the back. It's the Michael Jordan 1995 finest rookie veteran, or veteran rookie. It's really rookie veteran, but it's slabbed veteran rookie. And we've got Michael Jordan on the front, and we've got the great Jason Caffey on the back. And Jason Caffey, as you can see, is supposed to be on the back. And yeah, that's got to be something inside the slab on Jason Caffey's head, unless it's some kind of bandage from a head wound. It's glaring and it's staring right at me. But you'll see right here where my cursor is, you can see RV-20, which would lead one to believe that that is the back of the card, because that is the card number. And when you see the card number, that kind of usually indicates which one's on the back. There's a couple of Jordan cards out there, the Finest Mystery, the East-West. There's a bunch of different Jordan cards where it's a two-sided card. Jordan's on one, somebody else is on the other, and then the question's always, what's correct? What's slabbed correctly? And sometimes people want them slabbed incorrectly because they want MJ on the front and not fat-ass Jason Caffey. And so, anyway, getting more to the card itself, it's a rare card. It is in the MJ hierarchy. It's a tough-ass card in Tier 4, and you'll see it is a card that's only been graded about 166 times total by PSA and BGS, and there are only 13 PSA 10s. The gem rate's a little higher than I suspected at 16%. The BGS gem rate's even better, 28.24%, so we might have a durable card here. Given that it has 4 borders, I thought it would be a little more difficult to gem the card, but happy to put a PSA 10 in the collection. There are only 13 of them. Like I said, I had a 9, and I think that 9 I have actually running right now in one of the PWCC weekly auctions. I can't remember what the number is. I guess it's in number 112 or 113. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's card number 1 on today's mail day. Pretty low pop card, pop 13, lowest pop card of the mail day. Champions of the Court, it's a placeholder. I've talked about this. I had a couple of these that popped up in the cross country collection. Tried to grade them, didn't do great. They do have a film on them. I don't want to call it a coating because it's not as thick as the coating on the finest cards, where you peel that coating off. This is the Champions of the Court. The film has been removed. It's a PSA 8 placeholder, and this is the die cut version. There's a non-die cut and a die cut. This is the die cut. You can kind of tell the die cutting more evidently on the back because it's easier to see. But this is a card that hologram thingy deal right there, it's not like the holograms from 91 Upper Deck. It's not like a bright, shiny, foily, awesome, eye-popping hologram. It's kind of a dull little square there with some MJ stuff in it. Just a very dull card to be, in my personal opinion. Next, we've got a little bit bigger card here. So this is the 1996 finest Michael Jordan card number 291. I'm sorry. There's the card right there. This in a PSA 10 is a pop 28, and it's a banger. In PSA 10, I picked up one of the 61 PSA 9s, and here's what we're working with. The PSA 8's about 200, PSA 9 with the coating is 395, and of course I was looking at the pop report without the coating. Let's plug in PSA 10 just out of curiosity, see if we can pull one of these bad boys up. Yeah, there you go. The last PSA 10 without coating is about $1,000 card, so you're not breaking the bank, but it's just a rare card indeed. With the coating, it's about a $14.50 card. So I want you to pay attention to this. So 2 sales, not exactly recent because there's not very many of them. There are actually more PSA 10s with coating than there are PSA 10s without coating. I'm looking at it right here. You can see there's 35 PSA 10s with coating. There are only 28 PSA 10s, see it right there, without coating. But the PSA 10 with coating sells for $1,450, and the PSA without coating sells for $990. Now, they did sell about a year apart, so that might have something to do with it, but it's just something to think about. But I'm fine with the PSA 9 placeholder for now. That won't be okay for a long term, as you guys know, because I'm too OCD and too dumb and I chase the grade. But my PSA 9 has horrible back centering. I'll be the first one to admit it. That is not good. Top to bottom is not good. Left to right is horrific. But the front is not bad. The front is not bad at all. So PSA 9 stays in the collection for now. Next, the card that it's a sticker that I was super excited about. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. This is a direct parallel with the 1996 Skybox Z-Force Michael Jordan card that's in the base set. That's right. This is not an eye-popping badass insert, but it's an eye-popping badass looking base card. And this is the Z-Cling, which means it's a sticker. And that's why you'll see nothing on the back. And so I've got a little bit, first let's look at a little bit of Beckett information on these Z-Cling stickers. This is inserted 1 per Series 1 pack. It's a 100 card set and it's a semi-parallel to the regular set. And the reason they say it's a semi-parallel is because 96 of the original 100 are perfect parallels. The Shaquille O'Neal is different from the base card because it features him in a Laker uniform on the Z-Cling. I've got a PSA 10 of that as well that I actually just sold. And then Byron Scott was just never issued, and neither was the 2 checklist cards. They were replaced with Ray Allen and Sharif Abdul-Rahim. So those are a little bit different. So anyway, the Z-Cling sticker itself is a Pop 93. Right there, as you can see. So about a $400 sticker in PSA 10. So I was thrilled to get this back from PSA. This is a cross-country collection find. I think I sent 3 of these off, and one of them in different separate PSA orders. I think one of them came back a PSA 10. I think one of them is still there, so I'm hoping for the best. Maybe another one, that would be great. As you can see, a PSA 8 is $26. A PSA 10 is over $400. So completely different story depending on the grade that you get. PSA 9, you can still have one as your placeholder for only $86. So that's great. But here's the funny thing. So the Z-Cling sticker is an insert, which means it's more rare. Well, is it more rare? Maybe it's more rare, I think, than the actual base cards. But the Z-Cling sticker is a Pop 93. The actual base card, let me find, yeah, there's the actual base card. It's Pop 84. So there's fewer base cards than there are Z-Clings. And as you can see, so the gem rate is about 4 times, what is it, 4 times, 5 times? What is that? The gem rate's about 3 times as hard for the Z-Cling as it is for, for the base card as it is for the Z-Cling. And the Pop's lower for the base card. But the base card sells for about $450, and the Z-Cling that we looked at sells for about $400. So interesting stuff there, just something to think about. But anyway, I think that's cool looking. I think it's a really cool looking Z-Cling / base card. You know what? This did lead me to search my vault. I don't have the base card yet. So I got to go out and pay $450 and pick up that base card. So hopefully I can find one for under $400. Maybe that's a card I'll pick up at the National coming up in a few months. All right. Round Ball Royalty, another cross-country collection card that I sent to PSA, came back, graded a PSA 10. I was thrilled with this. I do own the refractor in a BGS 9.5. I like the back of this card, and a lot of people are not aware of it. It's sort of that throwback mirror on the wall type stuff, and then on the front, it almost looks like a medieval, some type of medieval quilting pattern in the background. This ain't gonna pop quite as nastily as the refractor does, but these 1998 Round Ball Royalties are also super rare. There are not that many of them out there. It's still under 100, so a Pop 92. The grade is, they have a 50% gem rate. So that is like out of this world, off the charts, eye-popping, easy to grade. And so maybe that's why I shouldn't have gotten too excited that I graded a PSA 10. But that being said, there's just not that many of them. So you can see PSA is graded 182. I don't know why they don't have a Beckett grade up here, and this is the without the coating. They didn't have the Beckett pop report in there for whatever reason, but this card's, you're looking at 764, 355, 436, 461, 500, and again, some of those may or may not have coating, and that may or may not factor into the value. So happy to put that one to bed. I've got the 9.5 refractor now. I got the PSA 10 base. All right, now we're going to go. We're going to go two at a time. So 1993 Stadium Club, number 181. This is, most people refer to this as the frequent flyers, but this is a little different because look right below the frequent flyers little symbol there, and you'll see the 1994 NBA Finals, right? So this is the Stadium Club Super Team NBA Finals parallel to the frequent flyers. The back looks the same. The front's got the little NBA Finals thing there. So that takes this card, makes it a little bit more rare. And then that's a PSA 8 placeholder. But I'm about to show you pop reports. There's not a lot of these guys to go around. This is the same card, only look up here. You'll see this is the first day issue. That little silver foil stamping right there above the frequent flyers in the netting on the picture on the frequent flyers card. That's the first day issue. So that also makes this card a little bit more rare. So let me show you what we got here. So this is card number 181. There are three versions of this. There's the 181 frequent flyers, which I have a PSA 10. Then there is this 181 first day issue, which is only been graded 16 times ever. I just showed you the 8. That's a pop 7 with 6 higher. So that's why I'm excited about putting a PSA 8 in my collection, is there's only 6 others better graded in the world. It's going to be hard to track those things down. Then you have the members only version, which I am not lucky enough to own a copy of yet. Less than 100 of those. And then the Super Team NBA Finals, for whatever reason, I have no idea what reason, is in a separate pop report right here. And as you can see, that card is somewhere between the members only, the base, and the first day issue, which is the rarest. And that Super Team NBA Finals, my pop 8, my PSA 8 is a pop 29 with, 20 higher. So not a lot of those to go around either. So those two, happy to put it in the collection. I bought them together as a lot, and I probably overpaid a pinch. But the next two are going to be very similar. So look at what we got. Now we've got card number 1, Super Team NBA Finals, and there's your little Super Team NBA Finals logo right there. And then I've got Stadium Club issue PSA 9 first day issue right there. Okay, so same type of pairing, except these two are both PSA 9 and they're both card number 1. So going back here, this is something I want you to see. This is really weird. So first day issue, go ahead and find it for me. The first day issue for card number 181 is right here, right? It's on this row right here. There you can see first day issue. There is no first day issue listed in the pop report for the Jordan. And no, promo is something different. That's something separate, right? So they don't list the first day issue pop report on here. If we go to the NBA Finals, Super Team NBA Finals, they list that, and here we go again. Now we're talking pop 16 with 6 higher, right? Only 77 ever graded. About 70 graded for these NBA Super Team NBA Finals. I didn't even know about these crazy things until I started looking at these cards and won this particular auction. But this first day issue, I can't find it. It's not in there. So it's not in here with the other first day issue. So maybe it's in a separate pop report. I don't know. Somebody can let me know in the comments and maybe we can track it down. But that's it, guys. That's it for the mail day. I told you it was a little bit of talking that we needed to do to get through. But the big addition, I would say, in this one, the Round Ball royalties, nice. The Z-Cling are both nice additions to the PC. But the one that really gets me juicy and really gets me going and creates some moisture is the 1995 finest veteran Michael Jordan Jason Caffey PSA 10 Pop 13. That is a card, any finest insert is going to be awesome, and that's a tough one in PSA 10 because there's just not that many of those out there. For whatever reason, the pack odds don't seem like staggering and overwhelming, like if you look at the pack odds on the hierarchy, but there's just not a lot of them out there in any grade. There's just not that many of them out there. So that one's the one that kind of makes me the most excited. A couple of placeholders here with the 96 finest gold. I need to pick up the PSA 10. That's again about $1,000 card, so easier said than done. And then these two weird little pairings down here with the NBA team super finals, whatever you want to call it, and then the first day issues. The first day issues are pretty cool. I like those little foil stamps. So that's it, guys. That's it for this mail day number 135. As always, I appreciate you guys joining me. I hope you're having a great weekend. I hope you're having, you're waking up and enjoying your coffee and getting a fresh start to your weekend. weekend and have some fun stuff planned, and you're getting to listen to my video or watch my video on your morning drive or whatever it is you're doing. Maybe you're on your bike, maybe you're on the treadmill, maybe you're in your car, maybe you're just sitting on your fat ass on the couch like I do Saturday mornings and watch Premier League soccer games. I don't know, but hopefully I can bring a little bit of education and entertainment in the hobby to you with these weekend mail days. Thanks as always for tagging along. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. And peace.